Hey, what's up? Welcome back to Reggie Red's Reactions, man. It's your boy, Reggie Red. Now today I got another TYT video for y'all young Turks with Anna and Cenk. They're gonna be talking about how Alex Jones is basically saying that MAGA is a code. They once were a code or they not a code. We gonna figure it out once we watch it. But anyway, if you end up liking this video by the end, make sure you like, subscribe, and share with your friends, and hit the alert bell so you know when your boy dropping another video. Let's get into it.
This is the most self-destructive temper tantrum stuff and is the equivalent of going off the coast of San Diego and just for a day throwing rotten chicken blood into the ocean. Great white sharks will show up, probably in a few hours.
Today, Alex Jones stated that President Donald Trump is engaging in a self-destructive temper tantrum over the backlash toward the administration for refusing to release the Epstein files. And he had a lot more criticism of Trump where that came from. Cenk, I'm going to just immediately toss to you because enjoy your victory lap. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, guys, look, this is really important. It isn't about we were right and literally every other, not literally, and not every, but most other left-wing hosts that told you they'll never turn, they'll all agree 100% with Trump on everything, they're a cult, etc. Or yeah, they were wrong. They could move the goalposts. Oh, they're not saying slay queen to Kamala Harris, so it doesn't count. Okay, whatever. You could do whatever you want. You could, that's not. But that for you guys out there that aren't in this silly media games and stuff, we need to win over independent voters. We're not going to win over Alex Jones. You crazy? Okay, but the fact that Alex Jones is saying no, Trump is wrong, and I'm mad at him, etc. And we're not a cult. It gets people thinking independently. Once you get, and Alex Jones fans are the least likely to be converted, right? But especially for the independents that are the closest to us, that voted for Obama before, that voted for Bernie before. If you get them looking at each issue, go, yeah, you're right, I actually agree with you on that, or I don't agree on that. And then at the end of the day, they're gonna see, wait, you guys, the left is the populist left, not the establishment Democrats, not the corporate guys, but like, yeah, we do agree with you on anti-war and anti-corruption. Oh, you guys have been saying it all along. We do agree with you on paid family leave and higher wages and lower drug prices. So focus on what's important. But yes, this break within the Trump ecosystem is massively important because it gets people thinking, and you want them thinking and you want them looking around so that they could find the populist left. And if they don't like it, no problem. But okay, but at least we've got to get that option in front of them, and this helps tremendously.
Now, Alex Jones is hitting Trump. Look, it's super noticeable because, as we all know, Jones has been very reluctant to criticize Trump publicly. There have been some previous examples, but certainly nothing as overt and aggressive as what we're seeing today. Now, in previous days, he has theorized that Trump is not releasing the Epstein files in order to save the stock market, while also accusing the Democrats of fabricating the contents of the Epstein files. So look, we still have a lot of issues with Alex Jones here, but let's take a look at more of what he had to say.
Trump believes, and it's probably true, that if it comes out a bunch of head bankers and politicians and leaders and business leaders are in this, which we know they were, that will crash the stock market. That will just destroy America's image in the world. And so it's so horrible that they made the decision not to bring it out. After years of saying they would release the Epstein file or list, suddenly they're not going to, and we're told it doesn't exist. But then Trump comes out last night and says, well, it does exist, but the Democrats had control of it, manipulated it, which is actually true. They've had control, but they would destroy anything they didn't want in there and leave what they wanted in there. I didn't even think about the fact. I'm like, oh yeah, if they've had the list and they've had the files for years, the Democrats would take stuff out and destroy it. Well, that's obvious. They would leave in and twist and put in what they wanted.
Okay, not a total nonsense. And by the way, Oh, it would hurt the reputation of America in the international community if it was outed that a bunch of our bankers are disgusting pedophiles that our government has been providing cover for. First of all, I've got news for everyone in America. Okay. The international community does not perceive us in a positive way at all. At all. We are aiding and abetting a genocide right now as we speak. Okay. Even if the Security Council in the United Nations overwhelmingly votes in favor of sanctioning Israel or doing something to stop the genocide in Gaza, the US comes in and boom, vetoes it right away. We are not perceived in a positive light in the international community as it is. And I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn about, oh, let's protect the rapists and the disgusting pedophiles because we're worried about the stock market. The stock market will be all right? It always rebounds. But we need to find out who among us, who in positions of power are disgusting predators that shouldn't be in those positions of power. They should be in a prison cell.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Cenk.
And two things about that. I mean, look at who the real populists are, right? So here we are saying, no quarter given to Epstein clients, okay? Whereas Alex Jones, that by the way, that was a day or two ago, saying, well, maybe Trump is right to give them comfort and aid and hide them. So not so populist after all, right? So now on this show, I don't know that anybody's ever criticized Alex Jones more than we have on this show, right? And what he did at Sandy Hook is unconscionable and unforgivable among so many other conspiracy theories that were total junk. But this is not a conspiracy theory. 80% of Americans agree on this. The real conspiracy is that the government is right, that the girls raped themselves and there were no clients, right? So, but the second important thing is, you saw Alex Jones there a day or two ago, scrambling to find an excuse for Trump. But as you'll see today, he's saying, nope, I gave him a layup on that, and he still wouldn't take it. So now the break is even worse than it was before.
So apparently some of the comments that Trump has been making recently in regard to his own base have basically been the final straw for Alex Jones. Now, he says that it was the last straw, and let's watch Alex Jones accuse Trump of treating his supporters like a cult.
Your statements about, you people that bring this up don't even deserve to be involved in this movement. You are excommunicata. You are henceforth ex cathedra from the mouth of the God King. You are expelled from the church of the Holy Golden Toad, Donald John Trump. Well, I was never in the church of the Holy Golden Toad. I was never in a cult. I never said MAGA was a cult. I said a lot of people want it to be a cult. If you start saying I'll excommunicate people, well, you're not allowed, even unless it's a cult, to say to people, you either agree with everything I do and don't question things, or you're not in our club. I don't want you. Well, that kind of sounds like a thoroughbred cult to me.
It is. Now later on in the video, Ana and Cenk gonna say that his first more of a cult than his second term, which I don't agree with. I think it's all the same. Like they still, it's just this one thing that Trump supporters are kind of conflicted with. And you can see when that shit first hit, you can see all the Candace Owens, Alex Jones right here. You can see them try to like think about it in their head and try to think like they head damn near exploded. Put it that way. And to say it's not a cult now, it still is. It still is a cult. Because if it wasn't just for this one issue, Trump got a lot of shit wrong with him. But it's this one issue that they kind of struggling with. But it's a lot of other issues that people like me will point out and be like, bro, that should have been the last straw. No, hold on. That's the last straw. Now I know this gonna be the last straw, but it never comes to that point. Only time it came to that point is right now with this Jeffrey Epstein shit. Yeah, that shit is that shit is insane. I mean, but shit, they finally waking up, I guess. And then they say you want to welcome these people back into the fold, but it's like y'all don't do shit. Y'all ain't listen to us when he was saying he was fucking over other people. But as long as you not fucked over, you cool. But then when Trump personally fucks you over, now oh my God, I didn't think he would do this. Really? The man said he want to be a dictator on day one. And I guess in Trump mind, day one is the whole 4 years, maybe longer. Who knows? Is he trying to stop he said to Zelensky the other day, oh shit, I'm gonna have to create a war just so I could stay in office. We won't have to hold an election. You could see the light bulb go off in his head when he said that. It's crazy, dog. And then motherfuckers be laughing. I hate when they be laughing at this shit. Because next thing you know, that see when you laugh at Trump, that's his cue to be like, oh, all right, it's gonna be cool. I can do this. I can do this terrible, fucked up shit. But that's just how dude is, man. That's how dude is. Check out the rest of this video.
It was a cult in Trump's first term. But Trump managed to cobble together a pretty fragile coalition in his second term. And those people aren't buying his BS. And they're not going to be bullied into dropping something that they obviously care deeply about. And by the way, one more video before I go to you, Cenk, because Jones also admitted that members of Trump's orbit are actively trying to make him drop the story.
I don't want power. I don't want to be in tuxedos at Mar-a-Lago. I don't want to be at the White House. I've already been invited. I had the White House calling me this morning. That's a whole nother thing. Bunch of big heavy hitters calling. And, you know, it's like, what do you want, Alex? How can we make you happy? And I'm like, can Trump please stop destroying himself and us with him? Well, yeah, he does what he thinks is best. Streisand effect, yeah, we know. Yeah, you know, don't you? You know I'm right.
Damn. So there's Alex Jones publicly admitting that members of Trump's administration are hitting him up and basically trying to trade favors so Alex Jones drops the story. And I guess to his credit, I mean, clearly he's not dropping it. So, Cenk, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, and that's because his own audience is livid. Because if he dropped the story, then he'd be right next to Trump in the sellout line, right? So. So the vote, remember what we always said, blame the politicians, you want to blame media figures, that makes a lot of sense. And you want to, so that's why when sometimes people beat up on us, that's okay. We're in the game, right? But don't beat up on the voters, because those same voters are now even pushing Alex Jones to, you better not support Trump on this issue, right? And that's huge. I watched the whole thing. And that whole excuse that Alex Jones had set up earlier with, oh yeah, why don't you just say the Democrats destroyed the files, right? Which is, by the way, he's not wrong about, he's wrong that that's what happened. He's obviously making it up ex post facto, right? But he's not wrong that that would have been the right excuse, the right lie, right? But so Alex Jones serves it up on a silver platter to Trump, and Trump's like, no. I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say that they're non-existent and fake, and anyone who asked for it, like all of my voters, are terrible people and
stupid,
and disloyal, right? Okay, poll out today, Anna. 79% of all Americans say release the Epstein files. 83% of Republicans, larger than the national average, say released the Epstein files. Is Donald Trump involved in a cover-up? An astounding 59% of his own voters say yes. Wow. I mean, come on, guys. If you thought they were never going to break with him, can I get a tiny bit of honesty without moving goalposts? So,
in fact, let me add to that, Cenk, because our member Sutton writes in and says the conservative subreddit is livid over this. There is no daylight between the American people on this issue, which is why I keep repeatedly making the point that the Epstein files really isn't a partisan issue. Anyone who's trying to make it a partisan issue is a hack. The American people, meaning ordinary people, in my opinion, I know that there's going to be disagreement, but I don't care. I think most people are good people, they're kind people. And when they see an injustice, like with what happened in this whole Epstein debacle, they want answers. And I think this is a perfect example of how most Americans are in line when it comes to justice, fairness, rule of law. So we'll see what happens, but I don't think that people are going to drop this in Trump's base.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's why Alex Jones today, I mean, if you watch the whole thing, he goes off and says, "You're not the Pope, bro." Okay, so there's obvious massive. It's like going over from rebellion to almost revolution against Trump within his own base here. But you made a great point, Anna. In order to win the popular vote, Trump needed a larger coalition, a larger tent. And when you have a larger tent, it's more likely to break apart because the guys on the one end, like I saw somebody on social media today, is like, I voted for Trump, but before that I voted for Obama. He's like, I'm open. I just voted for Trump because he was less establishment. This proves he is establishment. He's the elites. So who's next? That's what you want. You want to bring that guy back. The coalition is so large in order to win the popular vote that those independent voters are not at all like the radical right going, "Oh yeah, I'll get her, Alcatraz," and all that stuff. Don't lump them in together. It's both factually incorrect and strategically incorrect. Now, I mean, look at what Alex Jones said there. Trump was the Pope of the Church of the Holy Golden Toad. I don't even know what that means, but it doesn't sound good. Okay, so I hear the toads are gay because of the water or something. So I mean that can't be good. So now finally, so the people who thought that all of MAGA was a cult, and if you're among the voters that thought that on the left and you're on the Democrats, I don't blame you guys. The reason I don't blame you is because they were. In the first term, whatever Trump said, they would just blindly follow. And we were all ripping our hair out. And I'm like, can I get a little bit of daylight, etc. But this is what I've been trying to get through to people. Because back then, it was just Fox News and Rush Limbaugh. It was an assembly line of talking points. And they didn't get any diversity. Now they got diversity all over the place. Larger tent. It includes Rogan. It includes Theo Von. It includes guys like Andrew Schultz who are lifelong Democrats. So when you have a tent that large and filled with independent media, even though they might lean right and really frustrate us on issues, Trump's not their uncle. It's not Fox News. It's a different media. It's a different voting base. We have to open our eyes to that so that we can react in a way that makes sense instead of driving them away by categorizing them as all of them as the most radical right and yelling at them and accusing them, making fun of them. Ha, you guys were wrong with Trump. Why don't you invite them in, at least the ones that agree with us, not the ones that don't agree?
And see, that's the problem I got with this because man, it's hard, bro. Cause it's like we spent years telling y'all. It's like, did y'all forget how the end of his first term went? Did y'all just like COVID must have had a bunch of amnesia sprinkled over there or something? Because like man, like did y'all forget how fucked up this dude was or is? Like he was telling motherfuckers to drink bleach, grab him by the pussy, all this shit. All this shit would have fucked over any other politician. But because he's not politically correct, Motherfuckers give him a little stepping stone, like, oh my God, he talks like us. He sounds just like me. But bro, this man was born rich. His father put him on with $400 million. He was never like you or me. Dude was born with a platinum spoon. Like, come on, man. Y'all gotta think. Gotta think. But I feel what Cenk talking about though, cause once you get past those initial feelings, like, nah, we ain't fucking with y'all no more. We gotta get past all that and just go ahead and bring them back in the fold. And we're like, yeah, we gotta get this motherfucker out of office. Get him out. Out. Straight up. We gotta get him out of this motherfucker. That's the end of that one though, man. Make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. Let's run this channel up. I'm gonna be back with some more videos. Peace.